do?
At first I wanted to do a video on whether or not the Peacekeeper was overpowered. Then I decided that the new target would be Shmolty. But then it came to me, like a revelation. It's almost like people call heroes overpowered because they aren't good enough to beat them. But that can't be true, right? I mean, with a roster of 12 heroes, one of them has to be somewhat unbalanced. And this is true. I mean, look at Valkyrie. She's super fucking weak, and that's why she's getting a buff. But how could an incredibly experienced team of developers balance 12 characters over multiple years of work and several tests? If you haven't caught on yet, spoiler alert, the answer is no. The game is not unbalanced. Fuck, that's double negative. It is pretty goddamn balanced.
But Shmolty, wait. Shmolty, please. What about how I can beat everyone but the Peacekeeper? Explain that.
Gladly. Consider this. Balance doesn't mean everything is the same. Wow, mind-blowing, right? Seriously though, could you imagine a bunch of wardens running around fighting wardens? Fucking boring. So you introduce variety in order to create a more interesting gameplay experience. Pretty straightforward, right? Because of this variety of fighting styles and speeds, you have to change up your strategy for fighting different people.
Wait, so I actually have to learn different strategies and develop skill?
Yes. Fucking koalas. The beauty of For Honor is that it takes skill and a lot of it to be truly good at the game. Aside from missing a guard break counter that I feel like I timed right and being thrown off because of it, I pretty much never lose a fight without it being my fault. Or because the other player is a fucking loser with a goddamn shit bucket, or in other words, they're better than me at the game. The only thing that triggers me a bit is the Shmolty's instant kill. Look, I said the game is balanced and I stand by that, but seriously, who fucking came up with that? Were they in a meeting and a bitch-ass Frank is at the end of the table like, what if we give him an attack that instantly kills his opponent when he's losing? And they're all just like, brilliant! Why didn't I fucking think of that? You have to imagine there was like a Philip who just quietly raises his hand. Yeah, Philip, what's up, man? Don't you think that might be a bit annoying? Because Philip is like super polite and for some reason British. And they just say, no, Philip, we're done with Shmolty, okay? We fucking solved it. Back off. I like to think at least one of them saw the problem. Regardless, this move is dodgeable, and just like any other move in the game, you can learn to counter it. In fact, it's really not that big of a bother to me anymore. Back to the point though, it's easy to throw blame at the developers for a certain character you're weak against. After all, this game is frustrating as hell. Even I, in all my glory, am guilty of calling Shmolty bullshit multiple times, but after a minute of relaxing and some cat videos, I grew up and quickly realized that I just had to get better against him. And now that I am, Shmolty can't fuck with me, man. I do acknowledge that some matchups are harder to learn than others. The Warlord to this day shits on me if the player knows what they're doing, aka fucking headbutt over and over. But that doesn't mean the game isn't balanced. The sooner you realize that, the sooner you can stop bitching about false issues and go on to bitch about real shit. Like the atrocious fucking matchmaking. How do you expect me to start a new character when I'm playing against prestiged characters? What the fuck?